When is the right time to say, I'm sorry? Now, if you're like me in the past, saying I'm sorry was like an instant reflex. I would say it right away. Like I wouldn't even think or process it. I would just apologize, not even really knowing what I was apologizing for. So I want to give you 3 situations where you might be wanting, just like I did before, to say I'm sorry really quick when you're going through a discussion or an argument or a fight, however you want to call it, where you might want to say I'm sorry. And then I'm going to give you an option of something else that you could do instead that might actually be more beneficial to you to say you're sorry in that respect. So when you want to say sorry right away, a lot of times we want to apologize because we don't like the feeling we feel in that room, in that situation. It feels tense. It feels angry. There's frustration going on. So we want to say we're sorry to make that feeling go away. Another occasion could be that you feel uncomfortable. You feel icky. You just want to feel better. You just want things, and you might not even necessarily feel icky, but you just want things to be better. You just don't want to feel this way right now, and you don't want to be present with this. And you're like, if I just say I'm sorry, it'll be better. It'll all go away. So you're saying sorry again so that that will all go away. But it's more of an internal thing of how you're feeling. The third one is that you want to say sorry because you believe that by saying you're sorry, that the other person is going to simmer down or not be so angry or not be so frustrated. So you want to apologize right away so that they feel better, so that that goes away, and you're wanting that to happen. So that's another reason why you might be wanting to say I'm sorry in the midst of all this. Now, when we do that knee-jerk reaction, we say we're sorry because we want to feel better, because we want the other person to feel better, because we don't like the way the room feels. We just don't like how this is being present right here. It just feels not good. That is a sign that you're not ready to say you're sorry yet. And what I mean by that is if you can step back from it, if you can allow that scenario to take its place without apologizing for anything, just be present in that situation and then back off and then give yourself time to process what was going on. And then start to see, where was it in this scenario? How was I being? How was I being present? Was I being snarky? Was I making comments? Was I bringing up past things? Was I doing behaviors that I am trying not to do, that I don't want to be doing those behaviors anymore? And just sit and kind of look at that in all different angles and see your part in it. Where was your part? Because before, with me, I would want to say I'm sorry because I just want it to kind of go away and just continue on. And what's funny is that when I was doing that, it actually really didn't ever go away. It went away for the second and I thought things were getting better, but then it erupted again and it would happen again. So I'm apologizing, trying to make it better, but I'm not actually sitting with why I'm apologizing. So when you step back from it and you let the situation occur, and then you can step back and look at, where was my part in this scenario? How was I showing up? And just kind of explore that and do it in not a judgment way, but in a curiosity way, doing it from a sense of, okay, so yeah. And looking at it and going, yeah, I could see why they would be mad. That was really snarky of me. I wasn't being the best self. And looking at it with open eyes and just kind of becoming an observer of how you were behaving, kind of like outside looking at your behavior at that particular moment in that situation, and just kind of observing that. Now, you know you're ready to say you're sorry after you've observed that, you kind of contemplated, you saw where you were at. And again, this is all internal. This is you where you were at, not what they were doing, what they should have said, what I would have rather had them hear them say, right? So all these thoughts we have about they should have been this way, they should have been that way. We can't change them. We can only observe and see ourselves. So it's sitting still with that and going, yeah, I was being, yep, and just looking at it. And then when you can do that, and you now kind of have full understanding of where you were coming from, you might be at that point, be like, yeah, I need to apologize for this. My behavior was not what I would want it to be. So I do need to say I'm sorry. not to make myself feel better or even make the other person feel better, but because what I did and how I saw it and observed it, now that I'm stepping back, I want to give an apology. I am happy to give an apology. It would be my pleasure to give an apology for the way that I was acting in that situation. So you're not trying to change how you feel. You've already observed that. You're not trying to change the room within, the energy in there. You've already observed that. And you're not looking for them to accept your apology. You're okay with that. So whether or not they accept it or not, you're okay and you understand it. And you can be like, oh yeah, there's times that I have frustration with people and they do something and I don't want to accept their apology either. So I get that. You're now ready to truly give an apology, a heartfelt, observing apology, and one that when you're done and you walk away with, you feel so good about it. You don't even have to second guess it. Should I have said I'm sorry? Maybe I shouldn't have said I'm sorry. Maybe I did the wrong thing. You looked at all of it and you said, oh yeah, I'm ready to say I'm sorry. That's the kind of apologies that change us. They start to shift us in our lives, and we start to show up so different in our relationships. Now, if you want to work on changing and shifting an apology and the way that you apologize to someone, I would love to do a discovery call with you and explore maybe a situation or a scenario that you're experiencing right now that you would like to be able to go forward and say you're sorry. It's a very different feeling than just quickly apologizing to try to make the area feel better. We're going to experience lots of emotions in our life. Some are going to be fun to experience, happy and joyful and just giggly. And some are not going to be as comfortable to experience, so that sadness, that frustration, that anger. But I believe we are given this palette of emotions for our benefit, for us to understand ourselves more and for us to connect with ourselves in such a deep way that when we are present with other people, we connect with them in a way that means, I care about you. You have compassion towards them, and you want nothing more than to connect with them and understand them and not try to judge them, tell them they're doing it wrong, tell them all their faults, all their flaws. Instead, you're trying to find ways to connect with them. And that is what I do as a coach. I help people connect. So if you would like to do a discovery coach call with me, I'd love to be able to do one with you. Discovery calls are free. There's no cost. They're an hour long, and I do them through Zoom. So if you'd like to do a discovery call, reach out, make a comment, and let's get connected. And I'd love to be able to listen to you and what you're struggling with and see how I can help you see your thinking in a way that's different than what you've seen it before. All right, take care. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.